Hello everyone. So I just want to say whoever watching this video, I wish you have a good day ahead of you. So let me introduce myself first. Myself Vishwan, son of Manikam, from 3 BMMV S1/1, a student of Faculty of Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering Technology. So for my FYP1, I chosen the title Development of Low Cost Portable Microscope using Pugh method. So without wasting any time, let's jump into the next slide. So next table of the contents. So for this presentation I'm gonna divide it into 4 parts. So the first part is introduction, the second is the literature review, the third part is the methodology, and the fourth part is the initial results. So let's start with the first part, the introduction. So before we jump into the introduction, let me ask you a question. Ever heard of portable microscope? Is that yes or no? Or even used one that before? No, no worries. Even myself never heard of it until I chose this title for my FYP. So to get a better understanding about the portable microscope, let me explain about it. So what is the portable microscope? Portable microscope are the portable version of normal microscope. Easy, right? Good, stay with me. What is the function of the portable microscope? Portable microscope are used where normal microscope are not practical. For example, forests, remote area locations, and etc. So portable microscope, they are lightweight, easy to carry, and even can fit into our pockets. Can you believe that? Right. Some portable microscope with computer software allow pictures to be delivered immediately to a printer or computer for processing, or to a laboratory, doesn't matter, through electronic transmission from a remote location. So advanced, right? So next, the majority of the pocket microscope have a feature, an eyepiece on the end of the light or on another, as well as tiny stage where the item may be put for the inspection. Next, some do not have the stage, thus the microscope is held at the proper viewing angle for the object. So following that, portable and pen size microscope with a magnification ranging from 25x to 100x. X stands for magnification power. Also utilize batteries and contain an LED light. While some of these microscopes have a focus that can be adjusted. So here we can see the components of normal microscope and the portable microscope. I got labeled every parts of it, so we can see the difference over here. As I say earlier before, a portable microscope that doesn't have the stage, I can see that the portable microscope over there is a perfect example for the portable microscope that doesn't have the stage on it. So before I start with my problem statement, let me explain about something called entomology, or also known as entomologist. So who are those people? A branch of zoology dealing with the scientific study of insect is called entomology. Their job is to study the insects, so mostly they will be outdoor to carry out their work. So entomologists mostly take samples that are live for research purposes. First problem statement. So the existing microscope can't bring along into forests and urban areas. Why they can't bring? Actually they can, but if you want to bring along normal microscope with you, you need more human power, and that's got a lot of work to do. So next, for species identification purpose, mosquitoes are needed alive. So the meaning for species identification is a study of identifying a captured species under an existing DNA barcode. By carrying out that study, entomologists can find a new variant species and endangered species to help them from prevent extinction. It's a key to numerous biological issues and much more research purposes. So the third problem statement is unable to find power source and proper place to operate normal microscope. We can't simply bring the normal microscope to the forest or urban areas. to use them. We need a proper setup like tables. The height of tables is also important. We need a proper base for that, and we need electrical power source for them to operate the microscope. So next objective of the project, the first one, to design a low-cost portable microscope using structured Pugh method. The second one is to fabricate a prototype of a low-cost portable microscope. So next, the scope of study. So the first one is customer requirement of portable microscope is obtained through survey. So the survey is created in Google Docs and distributed through WhatsApp. Next, the design of the portable microscope is based on the response from survey. So it all depends on the response from the survey. So third one, use fuse deposition modeling FDM, 3D printing, fabricate the casing of the microscope. The last one, scoring method to create an overall comparison, combine and finding of several evaluation of methodologies. So the next part of the presentation is literature review. Wi-Fi based microscope. So Wi-Fi based microscope usually it won't require any commercial AC main power supply or high voltage DC power supply. It easily can perform with Wi-Fi controlled AFM scanning and imaging at distance of 50 meter or more without requiring a wire or a network cable to connect it to a desktop computer. It just can work by through the Wi-Fi only. So for mobile based microscope, low cost techniques for cell phone microscopy that utilize a switched cell phone camera lens attached to an undamaged mobile phone to permit high quality imaging across a far greater field of view than a normal microscope. So here let's look at the results of the different type of microscope attachment. So here got three types of optical designs: A, ball lens; B, for objective lens and eyepiece; C, for reverse mobile phone camera lens. So here we can see illustration of where the placement of the lens and the phone cameras. So next to that we got full field of view, and on the right side we got zoom view of the each and every result. Let's jump into the next subtopic, species identification. As I mentioned earlier, species identification has traditionally been based on the morphological data and implemented to a dichotomous identification keys. With easy access to increasingly affordable DNA sequencing, specimens can be also identified through sequence similarity in taxonomically curated sequence database. Figure below shows the easiest process of the species identification. The captured species will be used to obtain its DNA, and with the obtained DNA we can easily look up into the barcode that already existed. Next is bare leg catch. So the bare leg catch is one of the way to catch mosquito. It's also been said in one of the most easiest ways to catch mosquito, like people sitting with their lower legs exposed and capturing mosquito that came to feed on them throughout the night. So the picture next to this shows us how an bare leg cage is conducted. So let's move into the part 3 of the presentation, methodology. So this is the flowchart of my low-cost portable microscope. So the first step is collecting customer requirement through survey. So the customer requirement, so the customers are the entomologists, as I said earlier. The respondents are the entomologists in Malacca. So after we get enough responses from them, I will design a portable microscope using house of quality and Pugh method. So next, the interior parts layout arrangements. So we'll next move to the draw 3D model of the selected designs. If doesn't work out after we run the simulation using SolidWorks, we have to design the portable microscope again using the house of quality and the Pugh method. If the simulation success means, we will proceed into next step, which is the product casing fabrication using additive manufacturing, FDM, fuse deposition modeling, FDM 3D printing. So after that we need to assemble the parts, then move to the check image quality. If the image quality is satisfy the customer, then we'll move to the product field test, and that's it. So the first step, designing survey questions. So the survey question is divided into three parts: section A, section B, and section C. So this is my section A. Section A is survey questions. So the section A is mostly about experience and their ideas of the entomologists, and more like into a personal taste of personal opinion of the entomologist. This is my section B. Section B is more into like their experience of going through ballet case and like how frequent they will use microscope and more on, and the preferred power of magnification and many more. So this is my section C, also known as product specification. So this this question is all about rating certain criteria that's related about the portable microscope. Until now, we have I have 17 respondents, which are still counting. It's not been finalized yet. So after I get the results from the 17 respondents, I build a house of quality. So with that results from the survey, I able to classify the customer requirements and the engineering requirements. I will able to finish it fully once I get the final results from the entomologist. So this is the Pugh method of the low cost portable microscope. So the design A, B and C was made from the result from the survey from 17 respondents. It's not been finalized yet. I'm still waiting for the full full result from the survey, which the result is still keep on increasing day by day. So once I finish get the final result, I'll be able to create the final 3 designs for the Pugh method. So this is the last part of the presentation, initial results. So these are the questions that are distributed to WhatsApp that are made from Google Docs. So the questions like gender and year of experience of entomologist and year experience using microscope and how frequent you use microscope in 1 month. We're able to make some percentage from their responses also. So next is how frequent bear leg catch will be carried out in 1 year. So does one capture mosquito needed to stay alive to run more tests, for example species identifications, and most of them said yes for that. So the majority of them said yes. So the captured mosquito we can't let it to die that easy. So next question, do you prefer portable microscope to be used in the help of smartphone? So if you've seen earlier in the table we have attached the one photo more helpful for the respondent to get a clear view of the questions. So next, preferred power source for portable microscope. Most of them answered power bank for this. So next, rate how much is the eye comfort criteria is important while observing the specimen using microscope. So for me it's a very important criteria where we always place our eyes near the microscope to look at the results. So eye comfort is really an important criteria in a microscope. So the entomologist also feels the same. So there are 12 of them on of 17. They answered 5. It means they are totally agree with that eye comfort criteria is important. Next, the preferred power of magnification. So majority of them, 11 entomologists felt that 1000 magnification power is what they prefer for their microscope. So as we seen in the section C earlier, this is the result of the section C. So rate the word listed below on a scale of 1 to 5 important to a prefer of portable microscope. We have the criteria like efficiency of the product, affordable, high comfort, easy to use, multifunction, lightweight, robust, and ability to zoom in or out. So efficiency product, most of them want their product to be efficiency. So the affordable, they want in cheap rate. So the third one, eye comfort, as I said earlier, it's important and very important for majority of them. They feel it's important and unimportant and most important. So easy to use. Making a microscope, we doesn't want to complicate their works. So it's seriously have to be easy to use. So the multifunction, in one portable microscope you have to attach another functions also, so that can be used for another purpose also. So lightweight, yes, portable microscope can't be heavy actually, they have to be lightweight. As I said in the introduction, light portable microscope must be lightweight so they can carry to everywhere. So ability to zoom in or zoom out, so majority of them answered very important for that. And robust is more like into durability is people felt that it's important criteria. So these are some references that I got all along for making the final year project 1. So thank you so much. That's end my slides and presentation. So I want to say thank you for your time and patience. So if you have further questions about it, you can straightly contact me through my email. Thank you very much. I hope you have a good day. Thank you.